Why you looked at me like that?
Because what the hell are you wearing? What is wrong with you?
It's
Christmas in May.
yeah. I'm about to say you're right. I was gonna say
You're like 2 months too early for even like the Christmas in July thing.
Listen, I enjoy Christmas. I love Christmas. Christmas brings us joyness and smiles. So thank you for tuning in, guys. Jonathan Mercado.
Bob Hernandez.
Here with Bobby Hernandez. We got Bobby back. We got bobbed.
We got Bob.
We got Bob. But anyways, guys, thank you for tuning in. Did you just fart?
I did not.
That sounded like a fart.
It's
All right. Anyways, we're going to title today New Product Wednesday. You're going to see, as you can see, there's a bunch of new stuff on the table. It is hot. All right. We're not going to do this Christmas in July. There we go. You're going to see a whole bunch of new products, and we'll talk about it shortly. But first off, let's do some house cleaning stuff. So, guys, it is end of the month.
End of the month. It's end of May. We just had the Memorial Day weekend. It was glorious out. I hope a bunch of you guys did a lot of great business, made some money, but then had some time to spend with your families as well.
Correct, guys. It's family is very, very important. So just remember that, guys. But let's talk about some house cleaning stuff. So May Memphis Marine Makeover is ending at the end of this Friday. So make sure you contact your sales reps to get into some of those hot priced items that we currently have in stock and ready to roll.
Just to get Johnny to say May Memphis Marine Makeover 3 times is just worth the price of admission.
No, I can't. My Spanish side just takes over after that. But anyways, also shout out to all you guys that took advantage of the Triton Power Bar sale going on right now. All the different sizes of marine speakers, like wakeboard towers and stuff like that are amplified, that are already pre-wired for you, just power ground accessory. You're done, and put it on there and have it. I actually had a guy use one on a golf cart a few weeks ago.
Really? That's excellent. You know what, the thing that I've noticed recently, this is like the second week in a row, we go over the house cleaning, and we have our sales and our specials. It's the second week in a row where we've put out a special and we've sold out. Mm-hmm. So guys, thank you for the support. Thank you for following us, whether it's through the Facebook channel or if you're catching it later on YouTube, or if you're getting some of the blast emails. We're resonating with you. We're finding deals for you. And last week's Sony deal crushed. It crushed.
So thank you guys for always supporting us, and supporting also the brands that are supporting you also. So next thing we want to talk about is, Bobby,
Coat Chemi.
So Coat Chemi is a great high-end detailing product. Bobby, you want to go a little bit more into detail?
So Coat Chemi is new to Go Fast. We literally got them in at the wire at Mobile Expo 2025. And we got them in there. They offered a special at the Mobile Expo, and we're carrying it over through the end of this month. So there's 10 cases of the blue bottles. You buy the entire setup, and it comes with a display. Silent sales guy on the floor. And we talked about this earlier, Johnny. We're talking about when you're doing something like detailing, window film falls into the same venue where you're literally doing, if you're doing detailing on a Honda Civic, or you're doing detailing on a Porsche Lamborghini, it's the same job.
Porsche Lamborghini. All right. Sounds good. Porsche 911, you mean?
Porsche 911. Sorry, Johnny. I was thinking of the 2 cars. But if you're doing a detailing on either one of those vehicles, it's essentially the same job.
Correct.
But you're going to get way more on that new Porsche Lamborghini car versus the Honda Civic, right? So the premium cars, you're going to get that higher price. Same with window film. You get a premium car and you put that premium film on there, you're going to get a premium price for it. When you're dealing with, let's say, everyday vehicles, you're certainly still going to get paid, but you just can't charge that premium price for the premium product. Coat Chemi puts you in that spot where you have the product to be able to sell to both. But certainly, when you get those guys, because folks that know Coat Chemi know that they specialize on their higher end vehicles, you're going to get the higher price for the same amount of work.
Correct. And, like Bob was saying, detailing goes very hand in hand with window tinting. But you know what also goes hand in hand with window tint? LED lights. So obviously you're darkening up the windows all around. It gets a little darker, outside. At night, it's hard to see. Put on some LED lights if you have halogens, and boom, sell them LED lights if you're installing window tint. And then, if you're doing a detailing, sell them window tint. It goes hand in hand with each other. And like I said earlier, Bob mentioned about the Honda Civic and about, Porsche Lamborghini, which that's a new car to me. Great car. I should buy 12 of them. But I was the Honda Civic kid when I was younger. And let me tell you, even I looked for higher end shops that I knew were going to do a little bit more of a higher caliber of work versus trying to go to the cheapest shop that will throw a radio into the vehicle. Good luck if they even use black tape and crimp caps, or a backyard mechanic. Higher end shops that are carrying higher end brands like a Kokemi, are going to be the shops that are going to really take care of your vehicle, and really, it's going to be a little bit more pricier, but you're going to get the quality of work and you're going to get the quality equipment. And that's where our subject is a little bit later in the segment of the show. Next promo we have going on that ends at the end of this month is the CompuStar First Tech Drone XC dash camera, the one you can view on your cell phone while you're away on it, and get a free back reverse camera that goes in the rear mirror. So that way you'll get the camera and the mirror. The drone camera and the rear camera for free, linked into one. So call your sales rep before those deals are over with.
That has been one of the best promos that First Tech has come out with. It's the second time they've run it. It has crushed. We have gone through a ton of them, guys. If you haven't gotten in on this, call your sales rep right now. Drop the phone, call your sales rep right now. It ends this Friday, because that Friday's the end of the month. Ends this Friday, so jump in now while you still can. Kind of offset all this other talk that we're hearing about, tariffs and stuff. Get that free camera. That will help you offset any type of discounts that you have to give. It's just free money. It's free money. If you don't jump in on it now, you're gonna kick yourself later.
Yeah, correct. And next deal we got going on that ends this Friday also is the DS18 Thunder bundles. Bob, this is close to Bobby's heart. He built these things himself. He made a whole picture graph and everything.
With the lightning.
With the lightning. Make sure you guys buy some Thunder bundles to help Bobby out.
Right, just to help my artistry, right? My art career.
Correct, but they are great sounding bundles at a very, very aggressive price point, including the amplifier, the subs, and the box. So make sure you load those sales floors up because it is summertime, boys.
And the idea behind those, Johnny, is you think about it, right? You have a couple of boxes set up with it, bundles set up with the amps. It's that customer that comes in. It's that time of the year, right? Everybody's got their cars out. They got the windows down. They got the tops down if they're convertibles.
Correct.
Everybody wants to have sound. Not everybody can go out and buy, $15,000 worth of car stereo, but something with a Thunder bundle for a low price, anybody can get in there, put this in their car, have that bass, and that's what turns heads. I know I drive in, and Barry typically comes in behind me. I know when he's behind me because he's playing the same song, and it's just thumping, and I'm trying to listen to the news in the morning, and here's Barry coming with his thumping music, and he doesn't even see. I think he's dancing or something. He's not watching the road. He's all over the place.
Well, he's also shaking the building every time he comes in. The whole building is shaking. It's like, okay, So make sure you call your sales rep because those packages do sell like hotcakes, boys and girls. Next package we got going on right now is the Kicker pickup package. The 112 truck package, and then the 212 trunk bundles that are going on right now. So this week's the last week for them. Make sure you get some of those bundles. They are selling very well. Like I stated, showroom floor. You want your customers to come into your floor and walk in and go, wow, they've got a lot of stuff for sale. You should figure out or realize how packages on your sales floor, you just slap a sticker on.
Stack them, and it just shows it gives that feel of like, wow, they're teeming with inventory, and if they've got a lot of them, it's because they're super important, they're super popular. It's just the way you present them, and at this time of the year, we're talking about guys on a budget for the Thunder bundle. Pickup trucks. Here's a factoid that you're not gonna believe. I didn't believe it.
Oh, let's see. Let's hear this.
Pickup trucks.
Mm-hmm.
What's the #1 state for pickup trucks?
Connecticut.
It's not, but it's very close. It's New York State.
Really?
Right? New York State it's tremendous, but who would think? New York. When I think of New York, because I was born in New York, I think of New York City. I think of basically you're trying to park a Hugo and it doesn't fit because it's so crowded. But New York State is tremendous, and pickup trucks are like the #1 car in New York State is the pickup truck.
And that's pretty funny because New York State and even the city is tight, but a lot of pickup trucks down there. And in general, New England in general is the largest per capita of pickup truck sales, believe it or not, for all the major domestic brands, including Toyota and Nissan also. You'll see a bunch of pickup trucks up here in New England. I'm looking at the parking lot outside right now, and there's plenty of pickup trucks that are here. So, guys, we got bundles for them. Make sure you call your sales rep from Kicker. Make sure you jump on those sales before they are gone. Other news, Cobra, Escort Cobra. We've got plenty of Escort Cobra products in stock, guys. If you want a pretty good radar system in your vehicles that has been tested by its competition, give Escort and Cobra a try. We have them in stock, guys. Bobby, you want to?
What I find super interesting about radar, the radar business, and for in the Go Fast world, the best selling radar that we have is the install one. Mm-hmm. The install one is going to be an expensive unit, but go back to talking about high end vehicles, right? Mm-hmm. Where you get those guys that have a Porsche and have a Lexus and have a Mercedes. These are the kind of guys that are if they're gonna put something in their car, they don't want to have something sitting on their dash with double stick tape or Velcro with the wires hanging over the console going into a cigarette lighter. They're looking for integration, and I'm just floored by how many of the CI pieces, right? The 360 CI pieces that we sell, guys. We've got them in stock. They are a high ticket item. We love selling them because they're a high-ticket item. You have to love selling them because they're a high-ticket item. And the thing is, it's popular.
Very.
Folks want them, of course, this time of the year when we're talking about it's the spring and summer is like around the corner. You're going to bring out those nice cars. You want to get up on the highway. You certainly don't want to ruin your day with a ticket. You're going to want some sort of protection. And the Escort makes the top of the line. It's the brand name when it comes to radar detectors.
Yeah, it's been around longer than everybody else has, to be honest with you. And they know the radar business in and out. They have some of the best radar defeating products out there. I was trying to word it in a way that would make sense. Radar defeating products out there that defeats pretty much every gun possible. Plus, it's their proprietary products, so it's their own technology, their own services that are going in there. With the whole Escort Live stuff, you're constantly getting mapping of where local cops are usually at, and that's by you guys driving on the road and marking them on their Escort radar systems, and it's going into the cloud and showing it to other people that are on the same network. The other cool thing about Escort is they have a relationship with iDatalink and KENWOOD specifically, where if you have a Redline 360 and you do the iDatalink module, you can actually get some of the information displayed on a KENWOOD radar using Maestro products. So it'll be literally displayed, K-band, KA-band, all on the aftermarket KENWOOD radio, which I think is pretty hot. So, and then you can mark police yourself. So if you constantly drive through a section and you notice that there's a cop that's at that spot every day, you can mark it so it alerts you before you get to that spot to say, hey, this is a constant traveled road. There's a cop usually here. Beware, and that's a cool thing about Escort and what they do. It is 100% stealth. And it looks very sharp on vehicles if it's installed properly. And it's got a whole network of dealers that help each other out in their products. So if you want the best radar detection system, trust Escort, give Escort a try. And also, Cobra, they sell a bunch of their radar detectors also. So make sure you give Cobra a try. So guys, we got you covered for all detections. Call your sales reps because we have some of the Redline, not some, we have a lot of the Redline 360 CIs in stock right now for you guys.
I tell you what, you sell one or two of those, it will make your month, right? The influx of cash will make your month. So guys, focus on it. Talk to people about it. When you see people coming in, you've got to kind of show it to them. Talk to them about it because you never know. You might hit on one of those, and that's a great job to be able to do. And it's something that'll be done quick. Within it, you get it done in a day, and it's a high ticket item.
You know what's even more funny? So earlier we spoke about Kokemi, right?
Yes, we did.
On how that is a higher end detailing product. You know what I've noticed? A lot of higher end vehicles are getting brought to and are also being sold radar detection is detail shops, believe it or not. So I've got one particular detail shop that I talk to on a daily basis, constantly ordering some Redline 360s, and I asked him, well, how do you sell these? You know, these are high ticket items. And he goes, well, it's because of the clientele I have, the vehicles that are coming into my detail shop. Not only do I sell them, a detail services, I also have the Escort display on my showroom floor, and it gets their thoughts to going, well, I have this $1 million car or $500,000 car. I want to protect it from speeding because I do drive pretty fast. What do you offer? Boom, Escort. So he sells a lot of Escort that way because he's a detailer, high-end detailer, and he's also selling radar detection with that. On top of that, he also sells window tint. So it's like I told you earlier, it goes one hand after another from just being a one-stop shop and really having, your cliff notes, should we say, memorized to sell a higher ticket item.
I think it's something that we talk about a lot on these Facebook Lives is you have a lot of fixed costs. There's your rent, or if you own the building, your mortgage. You've got your employees. You've got utilities. These are all fixed expenses.
Yep.
How could you not have a little bit of everything? Have Go Fast as your warehouse and have an Escort in your showroom. Or have something like we're going to talk about here, the Kokemi that we talked about, any of the higher end ticket items, because basically your store, when they walk into, it's got to be a candy store, and folks have got to be looking around like head on a swivel and like, wow, that's cool. Oh wow, you guys do lighting. Oh wow, you do window film. Oh wow, you have your radar Escort. It's all stuff that you want to be able to promote, and when these customers come in, they're looking for that. If they weren't looking for it, or they weren't interested in it, it wouldn't attract them. Right? So if you have it, and you don't even have to have them in stock, but guys, have one to show. Use Go Fast as your warehouse. We'll get it to you the next day. And how do you? What better way is than to build a business without having to lay out a ton of cash?
Correct. And let me tell you, if you guys are saying, oh, they're just talking out of their whats, oh, they don't live that, they don't know what it is to be on a retail floor, that's lies. Because every single person from here at GoFast has either A, worked at a retail store, B, owned a retail store, or ran a retail store. You know what I mean? So all of us have actual knowledge of running a business. And I'm going to tell you from my personal experience, going way back into my action days, 80%, and I'm not even kidding you, numbers didn't lie. You could ask anybody, any of the sales reps that held our account here at GoFast, that was before past tense, the previous regime, MRI, can tell you 80% of the products that we had on our showroom floor was from MRI/GoFast. It was easy to just, like Bobby said, stock one, sell it, run down the street, or order it and get it the next day. And you don't have to stock anything. You don't have to buy this $300 piece. You've got it you've got it accessible by your local distributor. So when a lot of you guys aren't using your distributors to benefit you, shame on you, because we're here to help you guys out. We're taking the weight of having inventory, which we are.
We're your warehouse.
We are your warehouse.
We're your warehouse. You've got your stock room, and then you've got your warehouse. Do you have that here, Mr. Customer? Oh, no, I don't have it right here, but I got it in my warehouse. we'll bring your car in tomorrow morning, and we'll get the job done. It's as simple as that.
It's win-win. That's called cash flow, guys. A lot of you guys are wondering, well, how can I do cash flow? There's a simple example of how to control your cash flow. Literally, you have one at your shop, you sell it, and you buy one from your local distributor. It's a win-win for both situations, and you'll get it the next day here. And on top of that, warranty is very, very easy to deal with distributors. So make sure you contact your local distributor and get some, pull your salesperson's brains and see what you can do to have that relationship build upon each other. So we are...
I'm excited for this one, Johnny.
I am too. So guys, a lot of you guys have went into a lot of training on the ADS, APEC, and JVC/KENWOOD new modular radios. Well, guess what, guys? They are in. As you can see, we are one of the first in the countries to have the APEX FLCH2, FLFO1, FLJL1, S8FO1, S8GM1, and S8GM3. We're the first to have it in the country, guys. So you're asking, well, what's so special about these Apex kits? Well, let me tell you something. As newer vehicles come out, you can't change the radios on them. Everybody's trying to change radios on newer vehicles. You can't do it. So with Apex, JVC, and KENWOOD, they came out with a product line that makes installations of aftermarket head units into newer vehicles much, much easier. No, it takes the guesswork completely out. They even have a kit, which I'm looking at specifically. And if any of you guys know this vehicle, it's almost impossible to change the radio on it, especially on a Corvette, brand new Corvette. Impossible to change. The radio goes in and out of the dash. You can't do it. So iData APEC came up with Apex. It is modules and also a bracketry that you use, for example, a JVC KWZ 1000AW or a JVC KW Z800AW with these kits. Now you have your 10-inch floating screen, which work very, very well for, like, let's say Jeep JLs, where customers want to have the added benefits of aftermarket radios to add to their systems. Or if you have, like I said, that Corvette or a Suburban, a Tahoe, or newer Tahoe, the 8-inch screen fits right into the factory location. So now it's taking out the guesswork. You couldn't change the radio up before. You hated that stupid factory radio. It freezes up. It constantly, doesn't work. With the Apex and JVC stuff, now you got a working aftermarket radio to do wireless CarPlay, Android Auto, to do all your HDMI inputs and video outputs and etc. You have multiple. It's expandability to the max right now with these head units in those vehicles. Multiple camera inputs, so you can do front, rear, side to side cameras. Like I said, Maestro is a huge part of it, where it shows your tire pressure, your gauges, your check engine lights, your door open. All that displays on the aftermarket radio, which the factory does not. Guys, if you want the best of the best in your newer vehicles, give iData Apex and JVC and KENWOOD's new modular radios a try. I guarantee you're going to get a higher ticket sale, and you're going to be able to do those vehicles you can never do before. Their big thing, which I saw a list of insane amounts of Infinity Nissans. You couldn't change those radios for nothing. There was nothing out there that could change those radios. They go bad all the time. Well, now with this stuff, you can, guys. So that brings your, from 2025, you're only 19-20% of vehicles you can change the radios on, up to 90%. So that's huge, guys. And if you need any more information, make sure you get a hold of your sales rep. We'll give you all the details.
I remember when you went to the JVC training a couple of months ago. I think it was back in March already.
Yeah.
You came back fired up by saying you can only do 19% of the vehicles in 2025. Now with this, you're going to be able to do close to 90% of the vehicles. So that's an opportunity, guys. If you're looking at your dealer list of people that buy from you, or your customer list, I should say. Now you look at all these new vehicles that can get a radio in it.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't it be great to go back to your folks and say, hey, remember that Infiniti, or remember that Corvette that you brought in? You didn't love the radio, but I told you there's nothing we could do for it. I have a solution now. Why don't you come down and take a look at it? Mm-hmm. It just gives you the opportunity to now call all of these people that may or may not have wanted a radio, but the option was no, there was none. Mm-hmm. Now there's an option. Wouldn't it be great to call those guys back? And how would they look at you? They would look at you as like, wow, these guys are cutting edge. The minute that something came out, they rolled out and called me. And it may be for somebody, but it or may not. Doesn't matter. The fact is that you're getting them on the phone and looking to bring them back into your store. It's a great opportunity to make some. We're going back to almost that same theme all the whole day here. Higher end tickets, higher end jobs that weren't able to be done before. If you've got a new vet, what would wouldn't you want to have all of the new bells and whistles that you can get out of these units and not be stuck with the factory unit? Guys, this is an opportunity to make money. There's not very many times when we get something that's new and that hasn't been seen before. This is new. It's not been done before. When you're doing this, you're going to be cutting edge. Guys, get in on this. Call your customers. Find out which one of these guys wanted to change radio, but you just couldn't. This is a great opportunity for you.
And one more cliff note for you guys. If you guys are wondering, well, how do I know which Apex unit to use and what radio to use, etc. So if you're looking at all the ones up here on the desk, all right, you've got the FL and then you've got the S8s. So the S8s are going to be used with the 8-inch screens. The FL is going to be used with the floating screens. So that's how you know the differences between the two of what the kit can fit. So make sure that if you talk to your sales rep or you look on maestro.idatalink.com's website and it tells you an S8, you don't order a 10-inch because it ain't going to work. You order yourself an 8-inch. Like the JL, for instance, has an FL. FL stands for floating. So FLJL, so you're gonna sell them the KWZ 1000 AW. The GM, this one right here is an S8. You're going to sell them the KWZ 800 AW because that's the 8-inch one. So that's how you guys know the differences. Thank you very much for listening to us on this, because it's new technology, it's exciting, and it gets more customers into your doors. So last thing I want to talk about, guys, is Knowledge Fest. So Knowledge Fest Atlantic City is coming up next week. It literally is, when is it? Friday, Saturday, Sunday?
Friday, Saturday, Sunday next week.
So it's 3 days, guys. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's June 6th through the 8th at Harris Resort and Convention Center in Atlantic City. If you have not bought your tickets or registered yet for Knowledge Fest and you want to come down and, Go Fast will pay for your ticket, just make sure you mentioned us when you show up at the event. Say, hey, thanks to Go Fast for the tickets because they really hooked us up. Use our code when you're registering. So it'll be Go Fast KF, so Knowledge Fest, Atlantic City AC 25. So Go Fast KFAC 25 for free registrations. That saves you $100 or so.
Right. I mean, you use that code and you can register for Knowledge Fest, get access to their show, to their trainings. The trainings is literally hundreds of hours of training done over the 3 days. And I was talking to Jeff Jones. He's got an account coming from upstate New York. Right, so upstate New York, it's got to be a 5 or 6 hour trip by car, but it's important to them because the training that they're going to get over that weekend, be able to go see the JVC in KENWOOD, and they're going to do a training on this. And there's more. They're going to do some more stuff too. But every major manufacturer is there. They've got trainings. There are trainings for everyone. There's trainings for we always know about technical trainings, but there's trainings for salesmen. There's trainings for owners. How to manage and handle your business. There's something there for everyone. There's a lot of all of the vendors will be there. There's time to meet with vendors, to network. It's invaluable. I think that anyone that takes the time to go to any of these Knowledge Fests or to any of the now outside of Atlantic City, the SEMAs. They're just reinvesting in their business. Guys, this is right here, literally in our backyard. I live in West Haven. It's a 4-hour trip. I'll be down there Friday morning or Friday midday, depending on traffic. Midday. You get through New York City, the traffic is brutal. But guys, go down there. Like Johnny said, there's a code for you to get in and get free registration. But there's more.
So we're also gonna have a beer and business with our friendly partners, Davis Distribution, immediately followed by an exclusive after party partnered with Davis and JVC KENWOOD also. So it's
Don't forget iDatalink Maestro.
iDatalink
they're
Maestro.
part of the team as well. Yeah, so like Johnny said, the beer and business starts at 4, runs through 7. It's kind of on the show floor. So kind of you got there, you showed up, you put your stuff away, maybe you caught a training or two. It's 4 o'clock. The show floor opens. You walk the floor, and Davis and Go Fast is sponsoring the beer and business. So you'll get a cocktail on us. Walk around. It's more of, you know what? It's a Friday. It's a Friday night. It's more, let's talk like we're boys, we're friends, and business is done for the day, right? We're kind of a ton of networking happens when in that type of environment. Guys, come grab a beer, walk around. Talk to the vendors that make sense to you. Make sure you'll seek out Johnny, myself, Mike Kava will be there, Dave Friends will be there. Seek us out because we're gonna have wristbands for that after party that Johnny talked about.
So it's gonna be at the Coast Craft Kitchen Bar and Grill. So guys, if you want to come to an exciting after party, last year we had a bunch of dealers. It was pretty cool, overlooking the water. Come on down. Great. We're going to have hors d'oeuvres, and we're also going to have, some alcoholic beverages.
And some music.
So
and the super cool thing, Johnny, this year is the Coastal Craft Bar and Grill is right inside of Harrah's. So you're going to go from the beer and business, probably finish up around 7-ish, maybe get some dinner, maybe go rest for a little while, go relax, freshen up. 9 o'clock. The after party is right in Harrah's. You don't have to get a car. You don't have to get an Uber. You don't have to get the jitney. Jitney is an Atlantic City term. Jitney is definitely an Atlantic City term. You don't have to do that. It's downstairs. You just come on down. We'll make sure that you see us throughout the day because we will have wristbands for the after party. You definitely want to be in on that after party.
Absolutely. It's always a fun time when we all get together, have a few cocktails, a few hors d'oeuvres, and talk business and even just talk about life in general. So last year's, after party was a huge success. This year with Davis, JVC, KENWOOD, iDatalink, and us doing the after party, it'll be a fun time for all of us. Fun time for you guys. So make sure you see your Davis or Go Fast rep for your bracelets at the show. And come on down and have a good time.
Yeah, guys, if anybody's catching this before you head on down, reach out to me, reach out to John. You can reach out to Mike, Kava. Hey, I'm going down to Knowledge Fest. How do I catch up with you to get one of the wristbands? So reach out to us. Let us know. We'll keep an eye out for you.
And with that being said, guys, hope to see you next week at Knowledge Fest. Thank you for tuning in. Sorry for the technical difficulties at the beginning, but we got it resolved, and see you next week. Adios.
Shalom.